Okay, so the world of Windows PCs, it's about to split right down the middle. And I'm not just talking about some simple software update. Nope, we are on the verge of a huge fundamental divide, a moment that's going to separate the computers of the past from the computers of the very near future.
And that brings up a pretty jarring question, right? Is the PC you're using, maybe the one you're watching this on right now, is it already obsolete? So let's break down what is really going on here, behind the screen.
Well, it all starts with one single piece of hardware, a component that, is quietly becoming maybe the most important part of your next PC. We're talking about the AI brain.
Now, this brain is technically called a neural processing unit, or NPU for short. And the best way to think about it is like this. Your main processor, the CPU, it's kind of like a jack of all trades. It can do a little bit of everything, right? But the NPU? That's a specialist. It's an absolute genius designed for just one job, running AI tasks with unbelievable speed and efficiency.
And here's where it gets really specific. There's a new magic number in computing that separates the old from the new, and that number is 40 plus tops. Now that stands for trillion operations per second, which is, a mind-boggling number. But this isn't just some marketing jargon. It is the performance threshold. It is the absolute minimum power your PC's AI brain needs to unlock the most powerful new features. If you have anything less, well, you're on the wrong side of this great divide.
Okay, so what does having this fancy AI brain actually get you in the real world? Well, it boils down to three huge things. First, it makes your whole PC faster because it handles all that heavy AI lifting, which frees up your main processor to do its thing. Second, it's super efficient, and that means way, way better battery life. And third, and this one is absolutely crucial, it protects your privacy. How? By processing sensitive info right there on your device, not sending it off to the cloud.
So this pretty major difference in hardware, it basically creates what we're calling the two tiers of AI in the Windows world.
And this is really the heart of the matter. See, on a standard PC, most AI features have to call home to the cloud. That means you need an internet connection, you might get a bit of lag, and you could even have to pay for a subscription. But on one of these new Copilot PCs, all the heavy-duty AI runs right on the device itself. That means it's instant, it's super responsive, and the features are subscription-free. And believe me, the hardware gap is pretty significant. To even be called a Copilot PC, you don't just need that 40 TOPS NPU. Oh no. The new standard demands a minimum of 16 gigs of RAM. That's 4 times the base for Windows 11, and a speedy 256 gig SSD. It's a major, major leap across the board, and that powerful AI brain is sitting right at the heart of it all.
All right, so you've got the hardware. Now for the fun part. What kind of exclusive powers do you actually get with all this? This is where things get really, really cool. First up is the absolute killer app, the one everyone's talking about, Recall. Just imagine having a searchable photographic memory for your entire PC. It's constantly taking snapshots of your screen, which lets you scroll back in time and find literally anything you've ever seen or done just by describing it. I mean, it is quite literally a personal time machine for your digital life.
Next up, for all you creative fucks out there, there's something called Cocreator. You can just draw a simple sketch in Paint, type a quick description, and the on-device AI will transform it into a detailed piece of art. Instantly. No cloud connection needed, no waiting around. It just happens. Then you've got this feature called Relight in the Photos app. And listen, this is not just another Instagram filter. This uses that local AI to let you literally add, move, and adjust light sources in a photo after you've already taken it. You can totally change the mood and the whole vibe of a picture with just a few clicks. It's pretty wild.
And it's not just the big, flashy stuff. Even small, everyday tasks are getting a huge AI boost. For example, the snipping tool now has a perfect screenshot feature. It intelligently finds the main subject of your screenshot and crops it perfectly for you. It's one of those simple but totally brilliant time savers you'll wonder how you ever lived without.
Okay, but let's circle back to that flagship feature, Recall. It sounds incredibly powerful, right? But it also, understandably, raised a massive question. If your PC has a photographic memory of everything you do, what on earth does that mean for your privacy?
So yeah, let's tackle the elephant in the room head on. Is having a photographic memory on your computer actually safe?
Microsoft's answer on this has been very direct, and it's really worth hearing. They state that, and I'm quoting here, snapshots are stored locally and are not transmitted to the cloud or used for Microsoft's AI model training. So the huge takeaway here is that your data stays on your machine, period. End of story.
And they've actually built what you could call a multi-layered security fortress around Recall. Let's just walk through it. First off, all your data is encrypted by a dedicated security chip called Pluton. Then, the processing itself happens in a secure, totally walled-off part of the system. Access is protected by your biometrics with Windows Hello, and maybe most importantly, you are in complete control. Recall is an opt-in feature. You have to physically turn it on, and at any time you can pause it, delete your history, and even tell it to ignore specific apps or websites. You're in the driver's seat.
Okay, so after all that, what does this actually mean for you when you're looking at choosing your next PC?
The main takeaway here is really simple, but it is so crucial. The future of Windows AI is not just a software update. It requires brand new hardware. You can't just download these transformational features. They are fundamentally tied to the physical machine you go out and buy.
So really, what's the big argument for upgrading to a Copilot Plus PC? It really boils down to 4 key benefits. 1, you get those exclusive AI features that older machines just physically can't run. 2, you get that enhanced privacy from on-device processing. And 3 and 4, as a direct result of that super efficient AI brain, you also get a nice boost in overall performance and way longer battery life.
And all of this leaves us with one final, pretty big question to think about. As this incredibly powerful on-device AI becomes a standard part of our everyday computing, what are we, as users, going to be willing to share in exchange for even more powerful and more personal tools? That's the conversation that's really just getting started.